Hey, what is going on, guys? It is RayGSB here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video of my top controller settings. And before we dive into it, I just wanted to go over some stats right here. I've only been playing for a couple days now, and so I'm averaging around a 2.7 KD. So I'm not the best player, I'm not the worst player, and so these are just the settings that have been best for me. So off the top, we're going to start over here at accessibility. So mini narration, I turn that off. Subtitles off, and then everything's just off in here. Even though these say on, they'll be off by default. Master volume 100, these I kept default. Color profiles, these will definitely help with seeing the enemy and having them stand out. So the default colors aren't as bright, I guess. And so the enemy color, you just want to make that more red, squad color, highlighted more green, and just friendly being more blue. And so whenever you ping enemies, the colors above their head are a lot darker, and whenever you see them, the colors are a lot brighter for whenever you see those enemies. Brightness for me is at 63%. That's what I've found to be the best. Camera effects, we're going to go in here, and so we always want to turn off motion blur, turn off all these settings. Besides this one, I turned this one on because you want to reduce that bobbing whenever you're sprinting. Turn all these off, and these will definitely help maximize your performance when playing. And so controls, didn't really touch much in here, so from toggle I just have hold on sprint. All those are default. Here's a big one. So interact and reload. So you want to prioritize tap to reload and hold to interact. So what that means is you just tap, if you're on PlayStation, it's just square to reload, and then just tap it one time, then you hold it down to pick up a weapon or pick something else. Skip revive, I had this on toggle. It's just faster, and this is on toggle as well. And the rest are default. So then let's go back here. So I have controller vibration off. You never want to have it on if you're, more of a comp player. You all will know this. So all these are turned off, and that's off. Off, off. That's off, off. And I turned all these hints off because I kind of know where the peaks are. Pings, I don't care to see others' pings. Gameplay, let's see. Invert all look, that is off, but the only one that I do have on is for aircraft, because that's just what I'm used to from Battlefield 5. The capture area, we're going to have that on. The hold and toggle are the ones that we just went over. All these right here. And, yep, those are default. My aim sense is at 75. I found that to be the best for me. That's default. I turned this off. A couple of these I messed with. The mounting, I disabled that because it's annoying whenever the gun, kind of like mounts whenever you're not wanting it to mount. Tap to reload, hold to interact. These are my settings for in the vehicle that match my soldier sensitivity. 75, that's 30. I found 110 and 110 in the plane and the helicopter to be the best. I turn all these on, that's toggle. And so this is where it starts getting interesting. So infantry aim input curve, I had this set to Battlefield 5 because that is just what I'm used to. I have this at 100, 100. The aim assist slowdown, I could honestly turn that down a little bit to 80 because 90 is still way too high whenever you're sniping or just staring at enemies in general. This is at old 2042/Battlefield 5. This is at 0. The same for here. And the same for here. Just like these three right here. You're going to keep it just like that. I'm not really going to go over campaign, so let's just jump into the controller settings real quick. So FOV, 120, the max, of course, and vertical aim ratio, 55 seems to be pretty good for me. Let's see. Zoom sensitivity coefficient is at 155. Put this at 80. This is at 0. 2042/Battlefield 5 for the aim input curve. Aim acceleration, left and right, I kept that at 60. And these are more the movement settings we went over. Here's some of the aim sensitivities that I found to be the best. So 75, like I said, 1 to 1.5 scope is at 110. Everything else I just kept at default. These are all at default, which we went over. Yep. Ground vehicles, ground settings, they're exactly the same. The highest FOV for in a ground vehicle, of course, and these will be the same settings as infantry, right? And so I turn both these on. These are all set to default, and we're going to go back here. Transport vehicle, I mean, it's going to be all the same settings, same input curve. Aim, zoom, input are all going to be 2042 old / Battlefield 5. Those I kept default. I hate how like every time you back out it puts you all the way at the top of the menu. They gotta fix that. Exactly the same settings for aircraft and helicopter, gunner, controller tuning. If you go all the way down to the bottom, turn off vibration. Um, this is minimal. Everything's off here. Adaptive triggers, we turn those off. These are the dead zones. I'm playing on a DualSense Edge PlayStation 5 controller on the PS5 Pro, and so these dead zones right here, 2 and 6 for the left and the right, with a max input threshold of 80 on here and 100 here, have felt the best for me. And to get the most kind of like not accuracy, but when you aim and pull your L2 and R2 at the same time, you want to keep these at 0 and 5, 0 and 5, so you have a lot faster response time. Even though it's by a few milliseconds, you still want those. So where were we? All the way at the bottom. Okay, so mouse and keyboard, we're going over controller, so we're going to skip over that and go to graphics. And so I have my performance preset set to automatic because I want to get the most performance. Sharpness is at 0. Those FOVs we went over, 120 for infantry, 83 for vehicles. Weapon field of view is at wide. 0 motion blur is 0. All those are 0. Turn off all those besides leaving that on. We won't go through these. Show your HUD, of course. We turn off all these. Trust me, it's a lot smoother of gameplay. And so, show kills made by all. I just like to see what's going on within the whole match. Minimap size, instead of it being on small, put it on large. It's not that big of a difference, but it definitely helps. These are all default. Yep, default. I've turned off view control hints, and that's off. And so let's see. Where we see I hate how it puts you back at the top of the screen. Okay. HUD icons. Pings off. All these are default. Everything's default for the icons. And the only thing that you want to change for the enemy icons right here to see enemies a lot better with those color settings that we changed to make those colors brighter, like the blues for your teammates, and then for your squad being green. And the enemy color, you want to have this at 120 right here. That will definitely help seeing enemies a lot better whenever they're pinged and not pinged. So make sure you change this setting in your HUD icons. And then going back down. So crosshairs and indicators, my crosshair opacity is at 100, the intensity is at 70, and my color is a bright green. I've always played a bright green, and so I don't like having a thick crosshair. I like a very small thin one because of my monitor. I have a built-in crosshair, so I just play with the monitor crosshair. You want to turn this off so your crosshair is not always bobbing everywhere. Hit color would be yellow, which is nice. Headshots are white. Your kill color will be red, so anytime you get a kill, it's red. Headshots are white, and so these definitely help out a lot. Moving down. This, I believe, was on small. Large is too big. Medium's solid to see how much damage you did to an enemy or enemy vehicle. Going back, let's see, where are we? Chat visibility just went active. I don't think I changed any settings there. Audio, volume 100, 100. Music, I like to hear a little bit, but it's very loud, and so I just put it at 5, so I could just hear a little bit of it. And say controller volume off because I'm on a headphone. Let's see, headphones, and then war tapes. I found war tapes to be the best to hear enemy footsteps. Voice chat volume, we had this at 15, so people aren't screaming in your ears. Then we could see my open mic right here, myself speaking. All these are default. We turn subtitles off. Radio music is off. And system, Let's see. Install and uninstall, we just have those done. Crossplay, turn it off. I'm really tired of playing with PC people. And so it's just, if you have crossplay off and if you're on Xbox, you'll be paired with Xbox players. And if you have it off for PlayStation, it'll be with PlayStation. PC will be with PC. But then if you have it on, then Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, everybody will be playing together. I don't stream, so that's off. That's off. Minimap, we already went over the minimap, but one more time, here it is. We're going to make it large, and everything else is on default. Don't share your data. We already share enough data with these multi-billion-dollar corporations, so I turned that off. Extras, nothing else. And so, if this video helped y'all, I would appreciate, a like and a comment of what you all like to see next. And thank you for watching the video.